Welcome to Brands Hatch for the BRSCC Fiesta Championship with MRF tyres. Former junior racer James Waite is currently leading the championship, but with Samuel Watkins and David Nye close on his tail, anything can happen in this weekend's racing. It's over to Richard John Neal to take you through all of the Race 1 action.
Thanks very much, Lloyd. It's James Waite on pole position from Robert Stevens. Then Isaac Smith on row 2 with Ryan Falconbridge. Adam Durant, newcomer ex-Carter, on row 3 with Alistair Kellett. Then David Nye and Zachary Lucas. Josh Watkins on row 5 with Jamie Going, Marco Ricci, Tom Hutchins, John Cooper and Sam Watkins completing the grid for round 12 of the championship. Away we go. It's a good start from the outside of the front row by Robert Stevens. Ryan Falconbridge has a good one. Alistair Kellett from row 3 is up into second place in the newer shape Fiesta. So great start from the Zetec S, challenging for the lead, but it's James Waite, maiden pole position, I think, in senior racing, who smashes his way. There's contact inevitably as they're so close, and off go Ryan Falconbridge and Isaac Smith. That's going to be a red flag. We've got debris over the track, 4 cars involved. Robert Stevens is involved. I think Josh Watkins was involved, but manages to get going again. It's going to be a restart without a doubt. David Nye going along Cooper Straight there. Up ahead of Zachary Lucas in the white, orange and black 23 car. It's James Waite who is leading. James, championship leader, but has not had a win yet. He's been so fast and so consistent and has had a plethora of podiums. I think he's had 5 second places, if memory recalls correctly, 3 third places. The red flag is waved, and always sad to see that damage. A huge amount of work to do for all of the teams. Ready for the restart. It's the original grid, and you can see the spaces on the grid. It's going to give James Waite a decent run down into paddock. It means that Adam Durant, the new driver, the ex-Carter, has got a clear run in third, but he gets a little bit bogged down. He tries to get out of the way of the cars behind, and it's a good start from David Nye, who's up into third. Alistair Kellett again is like a rocket ship off the line, up into second position. So replicates what he did in race number 1, but it's James Waite, the leader. David Nye in third, coming under pressure at the moment on the outside line from Zachary Lucas as they come up towards Druids. Conditions very, very tricky indeed. That extra runoff, you know, that was a good investment by MSV here, because I think for sure we'd have seen a few cars in the gravel and a safety car in addition to the original race stoppage. But James Waite makes a brilliant start. Alistair Kellett second, David Nye in third from Zachary Lucas, then Jamie Going in the 46 car, Adam Durant next up. And you can see he got the new driver insignia on the back of his car. Raced in Super 1, did the Kartmasters Grand Prix as well, amongst other karting competitions. But James Waite looking for the grip on the outside line here, and this, well, too early to say, but James looking for a maiden senior race win. Cut his teeth in the Fiesta Junior Championship, which has an open day this weekend, a taste today for lots of new drivers to have a look. And when you've got drivers like Adam Durant looking, obviously other drivers from the karting community and possibly short oval communities will be looking at the entry-level junior Fiesta Championship. James Waite. This is round 12 of the championship. He is the lead. The Jam Sport prepared car has got a very, very good lead at the moment. David Nye is second. Zachary Lucas is in third place, looking to replicate the podium he had in race 3 at Pembrey. But you can see the lead that James Waite has got. He's been an absolute class in this one, very nearly 10 seconds clear at the moment of the second place man David Nye, and unsurprisingly Waite has the fastest lap of the race as well. Jamie Going up ahead of the Watkins brothers. Josh Watkins is in white. A little bit further back is Sam Watkins in red. Sam, of course, the main challenger championship wise to the likes of David Nye and championship leader James Waite, so it would be better for him to be ahead of his brother at this stage as they go up into Druids again. Jamie Going, multiple race winner in the championship, hasn't had one so far this year, has had a good run though, apart from the retirement in race 2 at Snetterton. Jamie Going, Snetterton his favourite track, I guess you could say here, and a move by Josh Watkins to the outside line along Cooper Straight, having a look at Jamie Going, the Jam Sport team boss. Nothing quite doing. He'll flick possibly maybe back in. No, he's trying to build momentum here, and this might be about a move maybe on the home straight. Comes towards the wide line as they get out of McLaren and into Clearway, so this might be about the run out of Clark Curve and down the Brabham Straight. Sam Watkins, man from Swansea, still giving chase. Had 2 wins, remember, at Pembray's home circuit. Still this battle between Josh Watkins and Jamie Going continues. That's for 6th place. So James Waite, what a race he's had. Is this going to be a first win? He has definitely earned it so far. Pole position and a faultless start in race number 1, or start number 1, a faultless start to part 2 of the race as well. And he's showing the others a clean pair of heels as he comes down across the line once again. The clock is ticking down, and he is going to, I think, take the win, but he hasn't shown any nerve so far. But that first win, that first senior win, has been a while coming, and believe you me, once he gets one, he'll be banging away a couple of extra other race wins as well. So it's James Waite out front into Druids, down Graham Hill. A lot of race fans here today, but a lot of them searching for shelter in the conditions, as you would imagine. Careful about track limits there. Not seeing anything about track limits on the timing screen, so fair play to all the drivers for being exceedingly well behaved. Through Surtees for the last time goes the race leader, and James Waite surely is going to take a first career senior win here. A 17 car has finished every single race so far this year, nothing lower than 7th. His worst race result was in the last race of the championship back in May before the summer break at Snetterton. He's bounced back from that, and the checkered flag is being readied and ultimately waved now for James Waite, who takes the win. David Nye is a good way back. Good points again for David Nye, though. 9 seconds behind on the previous lap. There is David in 2nd place. Zachary Lucas will take 3rd position up ahead of Alistair Kellett, and that was how you saw them crossing the line. The result is thus 5th position on his debut to Adam Durant from Jamie Going, Samuel Watkins 7th from Josh Watkins, so a switch round there, and then Marco Ricci in 9th place. John Cooper sadly non-finishing. Fastest lap with James Waite.
8th position, and then Marco Ricci looks as though he's gone through, but I think he went through. I think he's still going to finish the race.
We're in the holding area as the cars are getting ready to go out for race 2 in the BRSCC Fiesta Championship with MRF tyres, and we're with Zach Lucas. Zach, cracking race yesterday, starting in 3rd for the 2nd race here. Looking forward to it?
Yeah, I can't wait. Hopefully it all goes well, all goes to plan, and get a good start out, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Certainly better conditions than yesterday's race. Is there much you've had to do overnight on the car?
No, just change the tyres, change the setup on the diffs and that, but yeah, no, it should be going great, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you out there, and hopefully we'll catch you at the end on the podium once again. There we go, it's over to Richard John Neal to take you through all of the race action.
Cheers, Lloyd. James Waite on pole. David Nye alongside Zachary Lucas is 3rd from Alistair Kellett, then Adam Durant and Jamie Going on row 3. Row 4, Sam Watkins and Josh Watkins, followed by Marco Ricci and Robert Stevens. Row 6, Ryan Falconbridge and Tom Hutchins, then it's John Cooper and Isaac Smith. A huge amount of work done by the teams to get some of those cars that were damaged yesterday back out on track. Superb work from all, and a good grid of BRSCC Fiestas racing with MRF tyres about to get underway, with James Waite looking to make it a double. Now he's got that first win. What is it they say? You wait for one win and then 3 of them come along at once. It's probably a little bit early to talk about hat-tricks at the moment. Great start by Alistair Kellett. Again, the fast-starting Kellett in the CTEC S is looking for the lead. David Nye, though, is looking for the lead as well in white, in red on the inside line as we go on board with Jamie Going. Great view of that battle out front. David Nye going wide, James Waite on the inside line, Alistair Kellett up on the outside, and as you saw, Jamie Going was right in the thick of it as well. Up towards Druids they go. A full field this time have made it all around safely. Conditions much better on day 2 of our meeting, and it's David Nye that leads, but James Waite will have that confidence now that he's had the win. They say that any sport is 80% psychology, and now he's got that win. Obviously there was nothing wrong with ability at all with all the podiums that he got, but just to break that barrier and get the first position. Here's one of the rebuilt cars, Ryan Falconbridge, right in the mix as well. Coming up into Clearways, takes a nice wide line, but that leaves the door open for Isaac Smith to go through on the inside line. Isaac, of course, one of the championship front runners, along with Messrs Watkins, Waite, Falconbridge, David Nye, Jamie Going, all very close and very competitive points-wise. 50 points available for a race win, extra points available for pole and fastest lap. As up the inside line goes Zachary Lucas, but it's David Nye still leading this one from James Waite, so the battle is on for third position, and it's Jamie Going who's got it at the moment. And Alistair Kellett, sadly, after that quick start, has been involved in a skirmish and has damage and pulls up, hopefully far enough offline not to cause a safety car or intervention. Ryan Falconbridge, you can see, patchwork car, easy to make the comment, not so easy to get all the repairs done, so hats off to the team for doing that. So there is Adam Durant, the newcomer, 5th position in race number 1. Problems as well for Zachary Lucas. So we've lost Zachary Lucas and Alistair Kellett already out of this race. Heavy damage on the front of Zachary's car. Let us hope that he will be back out for race 3, as across the line goes Isaac Smith, chasing and looking down on the inside line of Adam Durant, makes the move. Isaac Smith in that rebuilt car by Race Car Consultants. It is a safety car intervention here at Brands Hatch. More for you after the break. Welcome back to Brands Hatch. Safety car is going back into pit lane, so David Nye, the vastly experienced multi-champion in Fiesta racing, will lead them away, and he makes a good restart, but it probably could have been better, because right behind him is the pole position man James Waite, who won yesterday's race. And in fact, Waite is on the offensive already, takes a good wide run down into Paddock Hill Bend. He'll look at the cutback as they go down through Paddock at the bottom of Halewoods Hill. This was good news for Isaac Smith, because it's bunched all the field up. You can see the green flags being waved all around the track. So Smith challenging, I think, for 5th position. Zachary Lucas' car out of harm's way at the moment, but David Nye is not going to be fazed by a challenge from the earlier race winner James Waite. We go on board with the man who had his first championship win in race number 1. And he will have a good go. We've got youth versus experience here. Experience out front at the moment. Remember, David Nye, the Class C champion in 2017. Last year's champion, incidentally, Harry Gooding, if you didn't know already, racing in the JCW Mini Challenge this year. With his established number 56, as Ryan Falconbridge looks to the outside line here of Robert Stevens. He's going to be able to get this done at Paddock or go for the cutback. Let's see whether he can do that. Right in behind is Josh Watkins, who is 8th in race number 1, so a good battling trio there, heading through the trees and up towards Druids again. Inside line for Falconbridge, who's going to try and make the pass, and he does. Can he hold on to it as they go down Graham Hill in towards Graham Hill Bend? Let's see. Stevens certainly not making life easy, and rightly so, but ultimately the place is gained by Ryan Falconbridge up ahead of Robert Stevens. Josh Watkins stays immediately behind. Fastest lap of the race at the moment is with Isaac Smith, who's worked his way up very well indeed. And again, no track limits reports for the Fiesta Championship, so very well behaved. And of course, if you're looking at coming motor racing, then that tells you that this lot are very well disciplined in that regard. Here we come across the line in the BRSCC Fiesta Championship racing with MRF tyres. It's David Nye leading. We're watching Ryan Falconbridge in 5th place in the black car with the checkered roof. This, though, the fight, and it is a fight for the lead, because James Waite is putting big pressure on David Nye at the moment. Along Cooper Straight they go. Isaac Smith is in 3rd. He's in the white and blue 21 car. Can't see that at the moment, but Nye is under pressure from James Waite, who wants to get win number 2. David Nye trying everything possible that he can to stay in front. Develops a little bit of a gap as they come out of Clearways now through into the Clark curve. Oh, and that, well, it would have been a red flag if not the checker at this one. The car on its side, and here we come down towards the checkered flag. It's David Nye from James Waite. Waite gets the first and the second. David Nye having second in race 1, so the positions reversed. Race 3 is going to be the decider between those two. Isaac Smith, you saw a flash of white and blue across the line. So it's Isaac Smith in 3rd position. Jamie Going finishes in 4th place ahead of Ryan Falconbridge, then Robert Stevens and Josh Watkins from Marco Ricci and Adam Durant. It was, I think, Tom Hutchins we lost on that last lap. Sam Watkins retired as well, so did John Cooper again. Alistair Kellett and Zach Lucas, as we saw. Fastest lap to Isaac Smith, though.
David, well done on your win there in race 2. Especially after the difficult conditions in race 1 yesterday, you must feel pretty pleased with yourself.
Yes, I was aiming for the front and we got there and held on to it. Yeah, a little bit of carnage, I think, behind, but yeah, it was very good.
James, a great 2nd place out there. Different conditions to yesterday's race. How different was it from race 1 to race 2 for you?
You know, the car's been set up great all weekend, and personally I do prefer the wet. You know, I'm really confident in it, but the dry is still good for me, so a 2nd place I can't complain with. I just want to say a massive thanks to Team Jamsport for doing an amazing job with the car all weekend.
It's time for the final race in the BRSCC Fiesta Championship with MRF tyres here at Brands Hatch this weekend. David Knight starts on pole position from James Waite, and Isaac Smith in the rebuilt car in 3rd position. Now that was rebuilt from yesterday's drama. One of the other people that was caught up in that drama was Ryan Falconbridge. Ryan, that was a little bit of an interesting opening lap yesterday.
Yeah, unfortunately I didn't get past turn 2, but that's racing down Paddock Hill on a wet day, so but never mind, we had a good race this morning from 13th to 5th, so we'll see what we can do in the last.
Yeah, the car seems to be pretty good in the dry. You've got some good times up there, and the people in front of you are people that you know you can beat, so it's all to play for really in this last race.
Yeah, absolutely. Last race I was hoping top 6 and a nice reverse grid draw, but that unfortunately didn't happen, and we go again in the last, and we'll certainly be aiming for a podium.
Well, we look forward to seeing you up there. Best of luck out there, and good to see that you got the car fixed and ready to run this weekend.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers, Ryan. Well, it's over to Richard to take you through all of the action for this final race.
Thank you very much, Lloyd. David Nye on pole this time. James Waite is alongside in red. Then it's Isaac Smith in 3rd from Jamie Going. Ryan Falconbridge, we just heard from there on the inside of row 3. Robert Stevens to his outside. Josh Watkins, P7 from Marco Ricci. Adam Durant 9th in the previous race, and his outside on row 5 is Tom Hutchins. The grid completed by Sam Watkins, John Cooper, Alistair Kellett and Zachary Lucas. So Nye will be keen to get the better of James Waite again here and maybe close up in terms of the championship. Doesn't drop as many scores, David Nye, in the championship. We do have drop scores to take into account. Getting ready for the start. Nye makes a good start. James Waite does. So too does Jamie Going, who storms it from the outside of row 2. The Jamsport team boss has cleared David Nye as they go into Paddock Hill Bend. Jamie Going, the Snetterton specialist, having a good go here. Snetterton, of course, is largely flat, so Jamie Going for his first win on an up and down track, shall we say. But great start by Jamie Going. So he leads David Nye in 2nd position. James Waite is 3rd, but Isaac Smith side by side with him in white and blue. Ryan Falconbridge, you heard the fighting talk from him in 5th position. Then it's Robert Stevens, followed by Josh Watkins, who was 7th in that one, and they all go along Cooper Straight, all in very good order indeed. It's been a very long, arduous weekend, as you heard, with plenty of incident, lots of work and camaraderie in the paddock to try and get cars out on circuit, which they've all done. And the championship picture will try and get that to you by the end of this race. But Jamie Going out front, he is, I think, 3rd in the championship on this one. It's very close between him and Sam Watkins in terms of the championship points, so it really is all going to depend on how close they finish together in this one. But it's going to be Waite and Nye who will be, I think, the championship leaders at the end of the day if things stay like this. We don't get any high profile retirees, so it's Going out front, David Knight in P2. This could mean that we're going to have a 3rd different winner, and that is again underlining the competitive nature of this championship, as Watkins has a look at Robert Stevens, tries to go through on the inside line. Robert 6th in the previous race, matching his best result from round 10 at Snetterton. This is round 14 of the championship. A flash of white and green as Jamie Going, the race leader, heads through in lead position onto Clark Curve. So Going still out front now. It's Isaac Smith who comes through for second position from James Wade. David Nye is next up, and in the mix as well is Sam Watkins in the red number 7. David Nye looking to try and get back past James Wade. That potentially the battle for the main championship positions here. And Nye is having a very good look, going side by side. Is he going to be able to take the position? Surely got the line as they go on to the last lap. Jamie Going still out front. Isaac Smith is second on the road, but has got a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. So you're looking at the battle for second there between Nye and Wade, and David Nye is still fighting to try and go through on the inside line as they come out of Druids. Isaac Smith is going to try and pass Jamie Going to get the overall win if he can on the tarmac, but remember he's got that penalty. The battle for second place on the clock is right behind as Isaac Smith is having a look in that rebuilt car, looks down the inside line, goes on the grass, comes back onto the tarmac. Jamie Going holds on to the race lead. It's David Nye who looks secure now in third place on the road, second on the clock. Although having said that, a dive up the inside by James Wade in the 17 car. Wade dives up the inside, but David Nye is on the outside and may well get the run down towards the checkered flag. Jamie Going is going to take the win now as they come, but look at the battle side by side for second place. It's going to be a photo finish between those two. Going wins, and who gets the second position? It was just David Nye from James Wade, Sam Watkins, Alistair Kellett. Isaac Smith was second on the road, but with the track limits penalty winds up in 6th place, but good points nonetheless. Josh Watkins next from Tom Hutchins and Robert Stevens. Adam Durant 10th from Zachary Lucas and Marco Ricci. Non-finishers Ryan Falconbridge sadly, and John Cooper in the 88 car. Zach Lucas gets the consolation of the fastest lap.
Jamie, a cracking first lap, but that then turned into a real battle for the whole race.
Yeah, I'm normally pretty good on starts. I've always been good on starts. I've struggled a little bit this year, but I managed to get it hooked up, managed to drive away and get a decent enough gap for them to be fighting between them, and I managed to sustain the gap long enough. And as it went on and I sort of settled down a bit, they started to catch, so I had to be fairly tactical in my driving really, and sometimes I had to go defensive. It is hard if you place the car in the right way, but for them to get through and then just played the sort of cat and mouse game really, and just kept getting the edge and maintaining the gap, and they'd all have a little tussle up, and it gave me a bit of breathing space and just counting the laps down. So yeah, it was hard, but I really enjoyed it. It was an awesome race. First win this year, so yeah, it's good.
Well, David, you were certainly made to work hard for that one.
Yeah.
That was a lot going on in that race.
There was, yeah, right from the start. It just didn't stop all the way. But the car was set up was good. I've got to thank Daniels for that. Daniels Motorsport put on a really good car there. A lot of sideways action, a lot of side-by-side. It was good fun.
And another bit of silverware to add to the trophy cabinet. That's got to be getting bigger and bigger by the race.
Yeah, it's not quite the podium I wanted, but you know, I can't complain at the end of the day. It's great points for the championship, and yeah, I just want to thank Team Jamsport for an amazing car.